I know it's late, guys. I know me doing a live stream this late is weird, but there was one thing that's been weighing on my mind more than anything recently, and that is Ultra Pro things. I can't really say card accessories, but like Ultra Pro things, like things that are made by Ultra Pro. So originally, this was the first deck box that I actually started using, and unfortunately, it's not secure. I'll have to call Scrub back here in a few. But one of the interesting things is the new deck boxes. These are the newer design of Ultra Pros, and I like this. So my original issue is with a good shake on top, you're going to end up knocking this box open. And I was kind of scared about that with these, but yeah, it takes so much force to open this up, and my deck is still secure after all of that, which is awesome. The next thing I wanted to bring up was sleeves, because they're sleeves. People like sleeves. You don't like sleeves, you're a scrub. I taught someone how to sleeve today. So there's different sleeves, and if you're new to any card game and you know nothing about cards, first off, there are pictured backing ones or whatever that can be relatively cheap, and to protect your cards, you go with sleeves or whatever. They protect your card from getting bent, damaged, etc. And I personally double sleeve because I like a matte feel on the back of my card. Yes, I can just buy mats in the size I need, but I don't want to do that for a reason. It's easier for me to main sleeve glossy, like gloss, and then over double sleeve with both a glossy and a matte, because the gloss slides straight into the matte instead of it catching on the matte. So that's the reason I mainly do glossy and matte. Like, this isn't the only deck I have, by the way. I have one other deck. I will be showing off how to play Cyber Dragons here soon. A couple different kind of combos you can do. I've been finding more of them out, but I also have this one. It's my Odd Eyes rank 7 Exeased Fusion Magician. Rank 7 Odd Eyes Magician, whatever stuff. Like, it's really cool. It's a Dark Magician deck that is based around Eye of Timaeus and just rank 7 cards. It's really fun to play. I thoroughly enjoy it, especially seeing how pendulums are kind of getting really they're extremely useful in the current meta, because as most people are probably aware by now, the current meta sucks because link monsters are a counter for pendulums. I figured running something that has protection built in with the whole magician thing, and running Odd Eyes as my pendulums for summoning, and it just kind of, it synchronizes so well. It's just worth running. So I'm also kind of running Magician of Chaos. The reason I'm running Magician of Chaos is for a completely different reason. He's easy for me to summon, especially being the fact that I have 2 of him in this deck over 3 Dark Magician, and I've got an Illusionary Magician and Dark Magician Girl. So actually, these are kind of cannon fodder for get destroyed, get my Dark Magician Girl out, and then pop off Illusionary Magician for Dark Magician Girl to get a 2000 buff. And just getting magicians to the grave, it's kind of my thing. I like doing that. If you got a problem with it and calling me a scrub for doing so, fight me. I don't care. Honestly, it synthesizes really good. Like it's rank 7s. I know that Magician of Chaos is actually a rank 8, but he can still fit into this deck quite well, actually, because honestly, your pendulum summoning to pendulum summon level 4s, level 3s, to sacrifice for tribute for my level 8s, and I'm going to be pendulum summoning my level 7s to overlay into some of the rank 7s. I'm kind of on the stream for a little bit. I know that usually I would like to do short streams or long streams or whatever, but I prefer shorter streams personally. But for the extra deck, and this is kind of interesting, I'm running Odd Eyes Absolute, and then not 1, but 2 of these number 28s. So I recently opened up a bunch of packs and got number 28s out, and I run a lot of fusion cards, and actually my primary link card is this one. It's Triangle Dragon. I don't really know why I kind of put him in this deck, but I mean, it's level 4 or lower dragons. Trash them for link material. I can pay 5,000 life points and then target one level 5 or higher monster in my grave, special summon that, and like it's just good for getting more of my level 7s, like Dark Magician or Magician of Black Chaos or Magician of Chaos, back to the field and making even more ridiculous chaotic plays. And it's just really fun, and I recommend building something awesome like this. I got the Chaos Magicians from the same thing. For those of you guys that watched my earlier stream, I unboxed this, and whereas I said don't buy this, I wasn't fully aware that this is actually the best set to actually buy besides Dual Powers, or at least the best mystery box to buy ever. So apparently, because this comes with the special edition for Dual Saga, if you go to Walmart and you pick this up, because it is a Walmart exclusive thing, if you shake it, like you can feel a weight difference between the boxes. And how I found the Dual Power or Dual Saga was I grabbed the heavier of the 2. And this may not sound like it makes any sense, but because they include basically sleeves, you get 3 booster packs, a legacy pack, and a mystery item. Basically, you get a mystery item, which is usually going to end up being sleeves anyways. Legacy pack, 3 booster packs, and the special edition and the Dual Saga are definitely weighted differently. You can feel it. So if that gives you a tip on you're trying to get Dual Saga, because Dual Saga is not currently available any other way besides like this or ordering it online for a ridiculous price, it's worth it. It really is. I actually had a busted pack, and I pulled 2 Chaos Magician and a bunch of awesome holos. Speaking of holos, I'm going to go through every holo in my binder right now. Actually, I don't even remember what I named this stream, but whatever. Actually, another big thing I wanted to talk about while I was on this topic, my binder is an Ultra Pro, which again is good price. Like Ultra Pro is actually good, and this surprises me. but I'm not really gonna go over every holo, but I will show you guys like what holos I have. This is my extra deck holos. I'm not gonna read every single one of them off. I will read like noteworthy ones that are actually worth the price, like old Eternia. I cannot pronounce that. Okay, well, I tried. Ascension Sky Dragon that wasn't pulled. And obviously I'm gonna anytime like I have numbers, I'm definitely bringing those up. Number 86 to be precise, I have a holo of. I also have a Clearwing holo. I have a Vision Hero Trinity, which is not too bad. I pulled an Elemental Hero Neos, a couple Neospatian cards, which are actually some of my favorite cards. I've got a Galaxy Eyes. I've got some dinosaurs. Yellow Ninja, Hollow, Iron Knight. By far, one of the coolest things I pulled out of this was a secret rare Monster Reborn. I'll show you that after I show off the rest of the foils. I got Super Polymerization as well. Actually, was an amazing pull. This one right here, Magician's Meltdown, is actually kind of cool. I was excited to get that. And like the Harpy Feather Storm and Heavy Storm Duster were like the two main cards I was wanting. I'm also kind of showing off like my new updated binder. Like I have all of my Destiny Hero fusions in one spot, as well as the other fusions I own. Every fusion ever that I've owned. I pulled a second Starving Venom with gold lettering instead of black, so I was really excited to pull that because Supreme King Starving Venom is one of my favorite Supreme King cards. I don't care if it's banned. It's kind of sucks that I did get a banned card, but that's what happens when you open up order packs. Red Eye Sword, Tyrant Wing, and just a bunch of like reliable cards and some synchros. I've got like Scrap Dragon and some Odd Eyes cards. A few like Bleeds and stuff like that. These are Shonen Jump reprints. Were reprinted in legendary decks. I've got some more got like Phantom Knights. Oh crap! This is not in my foil area. I need to switch that, but that's fine. I also got number 42 Tomahawk, and where's the other one? Number 43. So pretty cool. And then I've just got like my Phantom Knights. Dante the Burning Abyss is a major super special awesome. But Phantom Knights, I've got my Legendary Knights, my Blue Eyes. I haven't ordered Blue Eyes. It's pretty cool. It kind of goes with my Dark Magicians. I have tablet Dark Magicians, but I really want to get a OG art style for them. Speaking of magicians, I have some magician's robes in here. Berserker's magician, Magic Breaker of the Magic Warrior. He is actually part of. I'm actually going to be building a Berserker Soul deck, which is based around getting Breaker, the Magic Warrior in my hand, and Berserker Soul, and then it's going to be comprised of a lot of Warrior, like monster cards, because that's what that does. It's a possible OTK, which would be interesting to see. Magic Exemplar. I've got a Blue Butter Spy, and then I've got some of my spare Cyber cards that I'm not using. Plants. Destiny Heroes. I got a crap ton of Destiny Heroes. I love Destiny Heroes, for those of you that don't know. But I would never play Destiny Heroes personally. I've got more Destiny. I've got a Shadow Mist, common, again, legendary decks. Blaze Man. And you can see some of the other, like, I've got zombies and stuff like that. which is cool. DDD or DD, which are awesome. Probably one of my favorite cards I pulled was the Parry Knight because Dark Souls parry everything, man. I also pulled some FAs, which are cool and all. I also pulled a Goki, which is I'm not a fan of Gokis, but kind of interesting. I pulled some Gokis. Pendulum cards, and then I've got like a bunch of spells, like really nice spells that I've been using. To name a couple, like Fang of Critias, Claw Heramos. I actually use all of these. Like I've used every one of these cards in here. Reinforcements of the Army, Monster Reborns. I've used a couple. All of those I just got, so I'm going to be using those in a future deck. Guardian cards. I don't actually use the Guardian monsters, but I use the Guardian equips because they're cool. They're powerful. A few other nice spells and stuff. Poly to name a couple. Like I've got a few fusion cards. I've got rank ups. Sky Iris, terraformings. I got a few terraformings actually. I think I have a total of 4 right now. Mass Change, Destiny Draw, Over Destinies, Blackwing, or Black Whirlwind, a bunch of Blackwings. I've got some Blackwing support. I've got some Abyss support, Phantom Knight support, Odd Eye support, Destiny Hero support. Just basically more D Hero stuff, more Phantom Knight stuff. I really like Phantom Knights, guys. Magician support. Just Crush card. Sakuragi Suit Armor, which is actually probably one of the best things I put out there. Supreme Rage. I don't know why that popped out, but I like that. So, and just that's kind of just my binder right now. I do have a bunch of Pokemon cards sitting in here as cannon fire to make sure that it's not just a single card sitting there, and make sure that the card stays level or whatever, because I don't want to damage any of my cards. And speaking of cards I don't want damaged, I recently, like I said, I pulled something pretty hilarious, or at least I think it's hilarious. It's in my Cyber deck, and I'm trying to get to it now. So I better show off the remainder of my foils while I'm at it, because I've got a few in here. I've got a Cybernetic Cyber Repair Plant. That's a foil. You guys are probably aware of that. Monster Reborn. Oh, yes, this is what I was talking about. I got a secret rare Monster Reborn. I freaking love it. It's amazing. It looks amazing. I've never seen a secret rare Monster Reborn, and I pulled this, and it's like my favorite Monster Reborn card now. So, yeah. Do I have Twin Twister in this deck? I think I do. I may have ended up flipping it over to my Odd Eyes deck. I will have to check all of the foils on that. I've also got a foil Cyber. I know that Cyber Networking isn't really the best card, but it's useful. I actually run a bunch of Mirror Force in this deck because this deck is lacking in defensive potential. Okay, the next thing I want to show you guys, and this is definitely this is the last thing, guys. Well, I'm showing off the rest of the remainder of my foils. I've got a Chimera Tech. I've got another Chimera Tech. I've got Rampage and Mega Fleet. Dark Rebellion. This is the ultra rare version. It's either ultra rare or super rare, one of the two. Cyber Infinity, which is one of my favorite Xyz monsters that have came out besides Rebellion. I also have Dark Requiem, which is awesome, but because he's in a deck right now. This is actually what I'm calling the Cyber Rebellion deck, and I'm gonna have to check that broadcast. My buddy, my sponsor, Souls Taker, is actually live streaming right now, so I'm gonna have to deal with that. I'm also gonna have to deal with Magnus tried to call me, so I'm gonna have to do that. But like I said, I've got quite a few foil cards. Like I've got two foil number 28, which is awesome because 28 is one of the easiest monsters to get out, actually. Magician, Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight as well. I've got a Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. And I've got even more in my main deck, which is kind of resemblant to the fact that I used to never really use foil cards in my decks. I usually kind of kept them back, but when I have cards like 2 Chaos, I tend to use them. Apprentice Illusionary Magician, like I would take her out usually. Arc Pendulum, Odd Eyes Pendulum, to name a couple. Twin Twister. I even have a foil Dark Hole, but I'm letting my buddy borrow it. Magician Circle. This is Eternal Soul. And eventually I want to take and build a Supreme King Zark deck of the highest rarity of each card. So I hope that this makes up for me not live streaming for a while. It's been pretty hectic. Honestly, I'm gonna end up using all of these cards for something. Anytime I buy a card, especially packs, because I like busting open packs. Because it's a gamble, you don't know what you're getting, and then it gives you ideas on what to build later on with singles. So, and it kind of gives you an idea on what to kickstart your singles with. So, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and peace out.